What's going on, people? Ben here from Bateman Talks Tottenham, back with another video of my dad Paul.
Hello.
Where today we'll be previewing the Nottingham Forest game in what is a big game considering the rough run of fixtures we have left to play in this season, and we've got to hope we can come through with 3 points in this game. But Nuno back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for the first time. Last time he was there, he was booed off and booed at a substitution that he made. That was a torrid game. It was one of the worst games I think I've ever witnessed, if not the worst, that 3-0 defeat to Man U. So Nuno's going to be back. Do you think he'll want to prove a point?
Well, he will, but I don't think he will succeed, that is. I think we'd be too strong for them, and we need to win.
Yeah, obviously they've also got their relegation fight. They have picked up some points recently, but they're still in and amongst the teams at the bottom, and they've got to come through with a couple of points still remaining this season if they want to stay up, because I think the likes of Luton are going to pick up some points. Luton have had that spirit they've had all season. Forest are going to have to pick up points, because I think the teams behind them, while they won't pick up too many, are probably going to pick up enough that Forest still need 2 wins, probably, you'd say. Maybe a few more points. Because, well, anything can happen coming into the Premier League season. Teams can go on amazing runs, having not won for ages. So Forest have still got a lot to play for in this game, as have we, with our slightly iffy form and the fixtures we have coming up, like we've said. It's a big game for both teams, isn't it?
Yeah, so Man U did us a favour the other day by not winning. The 9-point gap remains. Yeah,
there was a big collapse from Man U for Chelsea to score. Not often we want Chelsea to get something out of a game, but that was quite something, seeing that, wasn't it?
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, and with Man U playing Liverpool this weekend, I'd be shocked if Man U came through with a win. And we just got to hope that Aston Villa, who are playing Brentford as of recording right now, we've got to hope that they can drop points and that we can capitalise on it, really.
Yeah. How are we on injuries?
Yeah, we've still got the likes of Manos Solomon, Ryan Sessegnon, Fraser Forster, who are all going to be out for pretty much the rest of the season. I think Manos Solomon hasn't played since the Liverpool game in September, which is quite incredible. And it seems to be that his injury has got worse, because he had come back into training at one point, but unfortunately aggravated it.
Yeah, shame for him.
Yeah, in terms of sort of Ange and the club, top 4, Ange was asked about players coming for Champions League, but I thought it was quite telling, him saying if a player just is coming because we're in the Champions League, he doesn't want them, because they want to play for a Champions League club, not for Spurs. And that is nice to hear from your manager, isn't it?
Very good, yeah, very positive.
And he said Mickey van der Ven, we signed him, and he went, he's not a bad player, is he? So that's very true. We have signed some great players. And I think that's right, that it's a difficult one, because there are some players that they feel that they should be playing in the Champions League. But players can still be convinced sometimes. You think people wouldn't have think we could have got a player like Romero in, of his quality. What a player. And we went in the Champions League then. We were in the Conference League. So
just won the World Cup.
Yeah. Well, not at the time, but yeah. So the club has still got a big pool. It's a London club, Premier League. That's a big enough pool for a lot of players. Premier League, the stadium, the training ground, the manager, everything.
Yeah.
So
even Eric Dyer's been saying how much he enjoyed training under Brand.
Yeah, and I think fair play to Eric Dyer, that he was saying that he understands that the club were trying to move in a different direction, and that he didn't take the lack of playing time personally, which is good. But yeah, back to the Nottingham Forest game. What would you say in terms of score prediction?
Well, I'm going for 4-0.
4-0. I'm not sure about that. I'm going to go with... I think we'll concede. We're not very good at keeping clean sheets. I think I'll go for 3-1. Okay. Hopefully. Richarlison as well. We didn't say about him earlier. Richarlison's going to miss this game through a knee injury, but expected to be back very soon. Yeah. So you'd think it'll probably be Son... Timo Werner will start on the left, and the case is it Brennan Johnson and Dejan Kulusevski.
Yeah, could be either.
Both didn't have the best of games, although Brennan Johnson scored against West Ham. Yeah. We'll have to see how that team...
They'll probably both play a fair bit.
Yeah, they'll both play a part in the game. You'd imagine it'll probably be the same teams that have played over the recent weeks. There won't be any big changes, other than maybe Kulusevski and Johnson seem to be the only 2 changes coming in, really.
Yeah.
But in terms of our Matchday vlog tomorrow, it's going to be a very unique experience, as we will be in a box.
Yes.
for the game, as it's going to be
birthday.
Yeah, it'll be my 18th birthday on Monday.
Special treat.
Yeah.
We will be watching from a thing called the Broadcast Booth.
Yeah, so that'll be a very interesting Matchday vlog experience for you all to see, and we'll take you along on our day. But yeah, that's going to be quite an experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll get to meet a ex-player as well. We aren't sure who it is, but we get to meet a former legend. So that is going to be a interesting
it'd be great
experience. But therefore, if you don't want to miss that, make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to look out for it tomorrow. And as always, come on you Spurs!